So I went to them. Then I went myself and Chief Wogoma Kwame, who was the chairman of IYC in Okrika before. He was removed. We went over to Chief Abam's upstairs, overlooking the sandfield from Abam, where machine guns were set. The leader of that group was one retired Colonel Long John. Is it Major or Colonel Long John? With machine gun sets and guns. And I saw the arsenal as somebody who is tutored in revolutionary struggle against tyranny. And I came back to the Bush boys and told them, you will lose this fight. Oh. The same thing I went to tell Ateke. I said, Ateke, look, the Bush boys, they have a lot of guns. If you try, they will overrun you and kill you. Stop the fight. They said, President, now so you talk. I said, yes, that's what I'm saying. They will overrun you. We took the corpse of this young man to the mortuary. Before, we had not left Okrika. We were still at the Okrika General Hospital when the guns started. They started firing the guns. Or I told my men, let us go in and stop. They said, President, we cannot do it. You are Malan, don't pray for you. They never do anything for us. So we go come back. So they fired, and the next day, Ateke drove them out of Okrika. I did not stop. The next day I went. Chief Ingeri Roland House was burned. Several houses were burned by the Ateke group. And when I appeared, I told Ateke, Sekibo invited us and said there is a need to make peace. And he said if the IYC will be able to make peace, he will support. I sent 300 men under the IYC to Okrika to stay to maintain peace. And after some time, Ateke converted his group from vigilante to Icelanders. It became a cult group. And I was always going to warn him. And I was always telling Sekibo too that Ateke is deviating. I asked everybody. A time came when I saw the atrocities in Port Harcourt. One day, I was going to town along Victoria Street. I saw a beautiful woman stripped naked, and some boys were carrying cane and asking her to dance makosa, and they were flogging her. And people were closing their shops. Anywhere she ran to, people were closing their shop. I started weeping, and I called the SOS. The two IC to the commander of SOS immediately arrived with some troopers, and we rescued this lady and took her away. She was an Ijaw woman from Andoni who was stripped naked because cultism, nobody can talk. When my father died on May 22nd, I was taking my father's corpse home. There was crisis because of thousands of people, and six members of. After that, I went back to Choba to appeal to the Choba community. 6 members of the group that went to reconcile. The traditional ruler received us very well. As if anybody was injured as Choba, I was ready to pay. I did not know. Before then, before the 2003 election, we printed flyers. This lying woman rights watch, they are liars. Nobody should accept any evidence they gave there. They are criminals and liars.
Which group? Human
Rights Watch and whatever that they write. I am alive, I'm moving up and down. I was in Warri yesterday. I heard that you people, I saw my cousin there saying all sorts of things. And he called my name. People were calling me, so I decided to come. So, we went. The traditional ruler treated us very well. We were going when one guy who called himself Mopol mobilized people. He said he wants to deflate my tire. I said, deflate. He said, where your brother Ateke? No be on a kilo of people for Bonima, Bakana, when we went to campaign. I said, me? Do you know my younger sister, Boma Gudel, was also trapped at Bacana during that incident when PDP talks murdered and maimed AMPP members. Before the election, we printed stickers. Operation Kick Obasanjo Out. Some houses still have those stickers and banners. We printed it in this town. And I told Obasanjo himself in Aso Rock that he will never win the election. We went to Governor Peter Odele and told him not to rig the election. He's alive if he will say the truth. We went to Jepria Lamesia not to rig the election. They all assured us that they will not rig the election. I told Peter Odele that I will support him as an individual, not as PDP. But if he's rigging for Obasanjo, I granted interview. It was in national dailies and local dailies that Obasanjo will not win, which my cousin, Tam David Wells, also used against me, that I am anti-Obasanjo. I am till today, and I will continue to be, until that butcher and tyrant is brought to book for the crime he committed against humanity. Like all other people who had committed crime against humanity, like Hitler, Mussolini, and every other person is brought to face justice. And one day, he will certainly face this justice.